Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to Sports Today. We bring you this video every single morning to help you catch up with some important things that have been happening in the world of sport whilst you were catching up on some all-important rest. Because let's face it, whilst you need sleep, I need sleep, the whole world needs sleep. The world of sport is something that doesn't really sleep. There's always something or the other going on, and therefore it can be a little tough to keep a track on every little thing. That is, of course, unless you really have the passion and interest for it. Nevertheless, it can still be a bit of a task, so we're doing it for you so that you don't have to. And let's start off with rather interesting update from the Australia-New Zealand Test series, one that involves Usman Qayyum and an issue that has become all too familiar in recent times, his want for political protest at a time when there's, of course, the war, the conflict going on in Israel and Gaza. Now, of course, one of the things that's happened a lot was that he was told not to keep certain symbols, and by and large, he did agree to it, but there were still issues, and it cropped up once again recently when he had to change one of his bats. And from one of the bats that he took actually had the black dove sticker. Now, the black dove sticker was, of course, something that was disallowed by the ICC because he was told very clearly in no uncertain terms that that would represent a political statement. So, therefore, you can't be putting it. Now, he was picking out one of his replacement bats because one of his bats, the bat that he was using, had developed a little bit of damage. But whilst taking that bat, he realized that the sticker was on this. He had to remove the sticker, and then only then could he continue playing. Bit of a, let's say, potential banana peel moment, but luckily it wasn't the one that he slipped up on. Yet the images ended up going viral anyway. Now, focusing more on Indian cricket, and a big update for you, Gautam Gambhir, who of course is currently a member of parliament but also serves as the mentor for the Kolkata Knight Riders and will do so for the upcoming season, took to Twitter to announce that he has pretty much quit politics. He said on a post on his X account that I've requested Honorable Party President JP Nadda ji to relieve me of my political duties so that I can focus on my upcoming cricket commitments. I sincerely thank Honorable PM Narendra Modi ji and Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah ji for giving me the opportunity to serve the people. Jai Hind. Now, of course, Gambhir was elected an MP last time from East Delhi, if memory serves me right. But ever since that time, there has been some criticism he's faced that, despite the fact that he's obviously put in work as an MP, more often than not, he's been away from his constituency, given that he has so many cricketing commitments, be it on commentary, be it mentorship. Even prior to this year, he had spent 2 years as the mentor for the Lucknow Super Giants as well. So obviously there's plenty there, let's say, that he's taken up his time and attention, and now he's decided, you know what, I'm going to focus solely on my cricketing commitments, which is why he said, no, relieve me of my duties. And you know what, to this I say fair enough. It's very easy to have your cake, eat it too. You could be an MP, be getting all the benefits, but not really doing much of the work whilst also staying away and doing other stuff. He said, no, I don't think I'm in a position to serve the people because I have these cricketing commitments. So I'm going to focus on the cricketing commitments and step away from politics. Good step all around. Another player who was very recently linked with politics, Yuvraj Singh, because there were talks that he would be contesting from a particular seat, but he too is now taken to X to deny those rumors. In fact, he said very clearly that contrary to media reports, I'm not contesting elections from Gurdaspur. My passion lies in supporting and helping people in various capacities, and I will continue to do so through my foundation. Let's continue making a difference together to the best of our abilities. Now, it says a lot that it is a pretty common tendency, let's say, when it comes to Indian politics, that you'll get a celebrity name in to try and garner a few more votes, get a bit more attention. Yuvraj was someone whose name was being mentioned a lot when it came to getting a ticket from, as he mentioned, Gurdaspur. He's come out, denied those rumors, said, no, I do want to help the people, but I'll continue doing that through my foundation and not necessarily by political work. Last bit of cricket news, and one that involves last night's Women's Premier League game, that was the Gujarat Giants against the UP Warriors. Now, UP Warriors have moved up into third place courtesy a pretty good win thanks to Grace Harris, the woman on your screen. Well, she had a blistering 60 that pretty much helped them ensure that what could have been a tricky chase ended up not being that at all. Now, Gujarat Giants were batting first, got to a total about 140 odd, which might not seem like a lot, but it was definitely not the easiest batting conditions, and of course the Warriors bowled well too. But the Warriors lost some early wickets. Luckily, Grace Harris from the middle order came in, played a very composed 60, and therefore ensured that the UP Warriors got 4 points and are currently in third place. And I must say this, the fight for that third position right now very tight in the WPL. Only Gujarat Giants are yet to really get off the mark in terms of their wins, and the other 4 teams, I mean Mumbai Indians are 4th right now, and they too have 4 points, so it's pretty tight as things stand, and one can only expect that it will get tighter as the tournament rolls on. Switching focus now from the world of cricket to the world of football, and the crisis at Bayern Munich continues to fester. I mean, this is a team that were until very recently dominating the Bundesliga as if it was nobody's business, but now they're slipping up and can't hold results against the likes of Freiburg. That's exactly what happened. They were winning 2-1 away from home to Freiburg, and then in the last minute ended up conceding an equalizer, which meant that what looked like a guaranteed 3 points became only 1 point and 2 points drop. Definitely crisis times at the Bavarian club, who even went as far as to announce that their current head coach Thomas Tuchel will be leaving the club at the end of the season. The way things are going, he might not even last till then. They may very well take the decision to fire him before that. Whether that happens, we don't know yet, but it's a slippery slope that Bayern currently find themselves on, and at this point seems very unlikely that they're going to be retaining their Bundesliga title. More football news, and this one's an interesting one because Kylian Mbappe had a pretty ineffectual first half for Paris Saint-Germain against his former club Monaco, and he was so ineffective that coach Luis Enrique actually ended up subbing him at half time, which led to this rather hilarious picture that you can see on your screen now, wherein Mbappe changed into his regular clothes, went up to the stand, sat with his mother and watched the rest of the match from the stands, not even from the bench along with the rest of his teammates. He saw it from the stands. Now, of course, all of this comes at a time when it has been reported that Mbappe will be leaving PSG at the end of the season and has already signed a pre-contract of sorts with Real Madrid. So he'll be rocking up to the Bernabeu very soon. And it does seem at least a little bit personal, if not entirely vindictive, because the head coach Enrique said that the decision was entirely mine. The team now needs to start getting used to playing without Kylian. How did they fare? Well, they ended up playing out a 0-0 draw to Monaco. F1 news now, and the qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is of course the season opener in the F1 2024 season, took place last night, and Max Verstappen, shock horror, secured the pole position. I say shock horror because in this new era that has come in since 2022, Verstappen has by and large been the dominant force, him and Red Bull. But this time around, I will say this didn't feel like it was a sure shot Verstappen pole. There was a feeling that Charles Leclerc of Ferrari could have potentially gotten pole, but he then had to settle for second place. George Russell of Mercedes comes third. Fourth on the grid will be Carlos Sainz. In case you're wondering where Lewis Hamilton will be starting, it's going to be P9. So definitely a mixed day for the Mercedes team, but they are confident that they have the race pace to be competing for podiums. Whether that's true, that's something we'll only know once the race is done. Last bit of news, and this one is a little bit amusing depending on your perspective. Andrei Rublev, the Russian tennis player, ended up getting disqualified from his Dubai Open semi-final match against Alexander Bublik, and the reason for that was he ended up shouting at a lines umpire. In fact, he didn't just shout. The allegation was that the referees or the umpire heard him swear at the linesperson, and therefore he ended up getting his marching orders. Now, Rublev stands by the fact that he did not actually swear at the umpire. He merely was irritated and maybe gave him a bit of a verbal, let's say, spraying. But the simple fact of the matter is that too is something that is not within the rules. You need to be showing respect to the umpires and not taking out your frustration at them. It's a very clear part of the rules. So he was still in breach, but him getting told to walk in a tournament that he was potentially one of the favorites to win, yikes. Definitely a big blow, but can't say it wasn't down to his own actions, so not much of a surprise. And that's it from us in this edition of the Morning Wrap at Sports Today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you enjoy our work, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTech app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side, it's goodbye, but stay tuned for more through the day.